being a nice guy. Really, dude. Donald J. Trump just stood up and said, "You know what? I hear you, Brian. Fuck 'em." That's what I know. If I can be the Southern American broadcasting out of Ukraine. But why it matters is you got to listen to what he said here now. Okay?
And we've removed more than 9,000. I signed the VA Accountability Act into law, and we've removed more than 9,000 VA workers who were not giving our veterans the care, respect, attention that they've earned. And now that we have accountability, it's accountability, a very nice word. If an employee of government mistreats our veterans
He
in
did
any
it.
way,
Accountability Act. You see that?
I just love how he says what he says.
The secretary looks at them and says, "You're fired. Get out." Before we do that, we had people for years and years. We had stories. I could tell you story after story how bad it was. You had sadists. You had thieves. You had some bad people.
He called them out, dude. All of them. Look, dude, you know what he did? He fired the entire fucking administration, the Veterans Administration.
The VA Accountability Act into
He fired them all.
And we've removed more than 9,000.
Sure, there's a lot of people that would
VA
really appreciate doing that kind of work.
He fired them all, dude.
Respect, attention that they've earned. And now that we have accountability, it's accountability, a very nice word. Government.
I just love how he does. I love how he's so suave.
Let me keep going here.
Suave and bon air, huh?
Anyway, you know, the reason it matters, if you're looking at the screen here, I had done some incredible stuff in my own life today, even before he said what he just said. Remember, this is live, so what it's been 1 hour ago he made that announcement, and then about 1 hour ago I posted what I had seen associated with some mathematical formulas that I had been working on. And then I had this fascination with this damn Lincoln Zephyr, thinking, man, I want that car, man. I really do. That's if there ever was a car that said Brant Lanier, that'd be it right yonder. Now y'all can just go to hell with that. I mean, I'm okay being talking shit here today. If y'all don't understand that's a pretty car, then I don't guess I know what it means to be an American. But where I come from, that's a pretty car.
Nice roads for it, though.
I do think it should be having a touch of Southern style attached to it there, because that old thing there looks like one of them snowflakes, and I don't want to ride around no damn snowflake.
I seen a black one the other day, just like that.
It's a wonderful color. It's just done the wrong way. They got to change it. So I figured.
You aware of that?
No, you don't understand. I got a program that can make that car roll down the road. I don't think you understand what I'm telling you. I have built a program that lets me take any picture and reproduce it in any material as parts based on color.
Huh.
So how many colors can you extract for a subassembly from a photograph? Oh, by the way, the thing that really makes it cool is we enabled something called 5 micron particle measurement technology, and of course we automatically give it to Uncle Sam. And then more idiots tried to walk off with it from the Postal Service. They did. And then it's like wow.
Yeah.
So you understand what. So you out there in the transportation industry is military, and communications is military, and You just watching the world go by. You thinking, what in the flying hell is going on? Where is all the things that I read about that was important as my job? Being on the job, because one of the things you get with being somebody like me, if you look at my entire biography, which I'm supposed to publish here, by the way, under the law today, pretty soon. Just say I'm going to do it and win. It's discretionary when I do, but I'd like to do it before I die. And considering the damn thing so long,
it is pretty long. You already got.
I mean, it's frightening the scale of this library. And I was thinking about the printing side of it. Do you know that I could load up 22 plotters working 24/7 in every county in the world for 50 years, and I still wouldn't print the laws? Now you got to let that sink in, what I just said.
It's just wrong.
So you hit rewind on it and say it again.
That's insane, Matt.
Okay? So that's just the control shit that don't belong to them. You got to let that sink in. So it becomes really obvious what be really going on. Just wide open, real in your face what be going on. They're baffling you with bullshit. Because you let them. Because whatever persona you put out under one avatar, 99.9999% of the idiots on this wire ain't never got the balls to say who they are. I don't mind being in the 1% ring here.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that either.
But having built simple things like a modular spherical circuit, I don't really care. I'm just waiting on my damn payments to clear because it was a lot of money across the border, and I figured I better let somebody know what the hell they was doing, take a look at it. Under U.S. Title IV in the authority I retain, ain't so much on the planet can defy what I say. It's their job to have to go look at it. I'm just an audit tool, man, independent. If I see it, you're fucked. Because that's the job that became reasonable and necessary when somebody steals your child. See, it really is that way. You just had to be willing to stand up and say, you know what, asshole? Don't stand there and talk to me about your self-righteous positions in the world, standing in a pulpit of something called a church. That ain't really nothing but a brothel and a breeding ground for human trafficking. I mean, y'all don't want to go to the true side of the world. Where the dogs... You want this regular dog radio to be talking to y'all? Nah, y'all don't want that. What's my point? Everything that every human being ever said in the entire recorded time of human being, I can reduce it to a 5 micron particle, so I don't really give a flip what you think of me. Uncle Sam taught me some really cool things to do, man. And I'm pretty good at what I do. And I do for the children. And I'm not tooting my own horn, I'm tooting Uncle Sam's horn. That'd be my job, I'm radio. But what I ain't no damn willing slave. But see, I am, because I'm the radio. Because see, the radio is about master and slave switches. Isn't that ironic?
Master slave, huh?
Well, it really is that way in the electrical world. It's just a simple master-slave relationship. If you don't understand what the ultimate form of slavery is, then you don't understand what the cross is. Now, pay attention. Slavery, ladies and gentlemen, is not a derogatory thing. It's just a unified voice, that's all. It's a unified circuit. I mean, if you just understand that every human being has a voice octave range, and over its entire lifespan, it will record a noise. Well, a guy like me, that holds copies of the spectrum for analysis. And I do. I can go anywhere in the world and get the signal logs on anything. And to sit there and listen to it at the speeds that I've learned to listen to it, I don't really hear anything. I see it. Because if you understand what light really is, it's just sound.
You know what's funny? The faster you talk, the better I can see what it is you're talking about. That's funny.
Having learned the art of the deal, of the harmonic nature of the envelope of the existence that is observable by me as someone defined everything external to the universe that I envelop, simply because that be the nature of the canvas before me, that be the light. It's very basic things that we as human beings have forgotten. Very basic things. Who are you? You don't know. And see, I do. And the difference in what I know and what you know is, I took an oath that says do no harm. So I'm okay with that. And that's the world I live in. It's not an easy world, because the human man says just pick up the damn weapon and start shooting people, and nobody's going to care anyway. That's what soldiers are supposed to do. And you got assholes in the world saying that a soldier can't carry a weapon. Are you out of your fucking mind? How dare you say to a man, you're a soldier, but you can't have a weapon? See, that's where they went wrong. If it can be my right as a Reagan Air Radio to analyze the history of the military structure from which I sprang, you cats need to get over yourself. 99% of you out here on this wire are just tooting your own damn horn. For me, I'm just enjoying it, so I don't really care. You're just a single channel to me. So if you learn to, for me, when you're multi-scan, multi-spectrum, multi-channel, I was enabled as a multitasking entity, human computer, if you will. But not just that. I was also pretty formally trained in the fine arts of infantry. Enjoyed the are you kidding?
And on the jungle gyms.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was just, I remember I got expert with the grenades, because I absolutely blowed their mind. I know I did. I'm a southpaw, left-handed, and they decided to pull me out for a demonstration, and I think I had done something to the effect that I leveled them all at a single shot, or something like that. Whatever. It was just something unusual. It was unusual enough that whatever happened, whether it was good or bad, which nobody ever told me, right? All I know was I wound up with the expert badge and was the range officer for the small arms. It was really kind of cool. I got to do cool shit, man. Are you kidding? I remember sometimes, just in general terms, you have to go qualify every so many intervals of time. That's the way you can say it, and you're not violating any laws or nothing. You can just be very general in the way you speak, and that's called courtesy. That's not called policy. That's called common sense. Don't offend people when you speak unless you know what you're speaking about. See, if you know anything about the human being that you have a conflict with, they ain't going to say nothing to you on the wire. Not if they're American. They're just going to have a lawyer call you, but not really. I'll tell you what else they'll do. That lawyer will hire an investigator to have people go fuck with you. And if you piss them off, they'll hire people to kill you. And if you don't understand that's the world that human beings live in, you need to wake up. I'll tell you what the rule of life is. that I know at 54, assuming that I get to live till I'm 55. One day at a time, doing the best you can do and never quit. Do unto others as have them do unto you. Well, I told them all plain. I looked them both in the face, all three of them. I said, ladies, I'm going to be really blunt with you. Yeah. I said, follow me. And before we done, you're going to wind up hating me. But I tell you what, I'm going to help y'all.
Well, you're a pretty easy guy to love, and you're a pretty easy guy to hate.
I just gave my word. I said, I don't know how we're going to do it. And I knew what I had. You got to see the audacity of what it said. I mean, think about it. I want to drag my family into a public arena so that clowns can monetize my misery. Don't you see how insane we are as human beings? We create these alternate universes in these visual realms, and we monetize a virtual object with virtual money and then say that we have debt. Are you fucking insane? The human animal doesn't listen to what it actually does. So I saw it real today, the first time in 54 years of my life. I'm telling you as a human being, duty, honor, flag, country, okay, but check it out. Let's talk about reality. Today was the first example I've seen of anything legitimate since Reagan. It's a fact. According to what I saw, not knowing that whether or not what I've seen has been tampered with before it hit the transmitter that I have, and which is the neutrality clause that you should maintain if you're broadcasting. So you got to just keep it simple. You because you're a transmitter and you're a receiver, getting paid for what you transmit and receive is the only thing that matters in business. The conveyance is the act of the transfer. They maintain herd broken links that draw interest, and they claim a regulatory expense. And then they use that earnings, and they broadcast it on multiple channels in multiple currencies. And then they farm it back to each other. I mean, you couldn't make it up what they do with the circular logic of how stupid this thing's designed. You say, well, why does all that matter? I'm not looking to point fingers and say put people in jail. Ain't nothing wrong. I ain't no judge, man, but I know what the law says. So I'm just trying to prescribe what I know as an American. Funny thing about what you know as an American is it changes every second. So tell me again what you think you know. Because, see, I maintain copies of the world per second. And you got to think about that a minute. I mean, who in the hell needs to know how many raindrops fall on a house? Well, I'll tell you who needs to know. The person who lives in the fucking house. Because if you don't know when you build that product how long it's going to last, then the guys that's got the roof on the house is going to have a problem.
Yeah, it's pertinent.
Well, wait a minute. Wait, here, let's look at it from a planar perspective. At ground zero, which would be at this point, for the purpose of this conversation, coming forward as something that can be constructed in the verbal human language for the purposes of illustrative processing of the human mind across a wire. If you see it, well, then the computer can say it. And it does. And if you say it, the computer can see it, and it does. Therein the cross be real. Transmit, receive. Source, origin, destination, use. You say, well, why would that matter? The entire conversation that I've been having here, looking at this purple monstrosity on the screen.
I like the color too. That's all right.
That car just says, you know what? Don't fuck with me.
It does.
That's what that car says. I don't know what anybody else sees, but that's what that car says to me. It's like, you know what? You don't want to fuck with me. But when I look at that car, see, it's in whatever metal it is today. But you don't see what I see when I look at it. And it came to my attention today. And I was okay about publishing it because I'm telling you, as soon as Trump did what he did, I realized, well, there's the show of equity I needed so I could finish this process.
There's a lot of people. That's good.
Man, we're better than what we're doing. That's all I know. And if anybody's out there that's got all pissed off about me as the radio guy, get over yourself, prick. I built the thing that you're talking on, and I wouldn't do a damn thing to deny your right to speak. But don't fuck with the people that keep the wire safe. And you did it. And you lied with a fake bank, and I don't give a shit, because I'm not going to let you do it, because the law says I have a right to say what I say under law. The IMF is a criminal fucking organization. And so are the rest of the foreign assholes upon the shores of the continental United States beyond law. Uncle Sam knows how to catch a fucking criminal, dude. That's what they do. So y'all keep fucking around. Uncle Sam got a pretty mean bite because he got a bunch of old dogs. Y'all keep kicking these fucking dogs and they're gonna kick back. Y'all gotta quit kicking the dogs, man. I mean, we got so smart that we're killing a baby every second. It ain't even born yet. And y'all keep telling me it's okay. And I'm thinking, no, it ain't, asshole. Funny thing about having 44 families is you got 44 stories of events. I mean, do you not understand how many people die per day in my family? It's scary.
Yeah, you'd spend a lifetime just going to funerals.
Yeah, I mean, really, you have no idea, man. If you drew my family tree, it's like, look at that. It's just perfectly encircles planet Earth. It's insane, dude. It really is to know that that's the power of information. So, my point being in all this rambling I'm doing here, if y'all don't believe in miracles, and if y'all don't believe that we as human beings can be better than what we are just by saying, I want to smile, I don't care. But I ain't gonna let my children go up in no place that contradicts what it believes. And then I remembered. Think about the audacity of being born in a place that I was born in called the United States that has the ability to give over 2,000 square miles to every American breathing soul born today living in America. Now you gotta let that sink in. In the continental United States alone, for every human being alive in the Americas today, in the United States today, in CONUS, the continental 48 states, within that land space, there is enough to give every human being that is an American over 2,000 square miles of land, and you people are bitching. So I'm kind of laughing my ass off at how stupid the communication system really is.
You just send me the coordinates.
I mean, you know, every human being born in the United States, currently under law, as a percentage of the total population divided by the total square miles of land of CONUS, it equates to over 2,000 square miles per person. So I just asked one question. Why in the fuck are Americans killing Americans? In crammed up fucking places full of criminal assholes that are lazy Man, let me tell you what a slave monger motherfucker is. Listen up. From the real world, 5 by 5. It's the assholes that build the high-rise fucking real estate enterprises. That's who a fucking slave monger is.
Yeah.
The audacity of a motherfucker to stack human beings in cubicles in the sky for a fucking recurring fee based on permission to provide payments for the assholes to record everything that you do in your entire life and then sell it back to assholes to blackmail your ass. You better wake up. You people don't know what it's like to be a slave of these people in these cities, man. I know what I've seen with my own eyes. You want to know what a concrete jungle is? The same one that Uncle Sam created.
I lived in it for a while.
The same one that man created. We slashing and burning and killing and grinding and pumping all this negative energy into the world that we forget one thing. It don't affect the light. So it's kind of interesting to watch. It's like, it becomes psychedelic colors for real when you listen to the scrambled channels of the airwaves, with the understanding that you can apply visual, audible tools, if you will. I mean, you guys have seen the harmonic graphics displays that are generated with the equalizer technology of sound, the ability to visualize sound. Well, if you visualize it as a spherical event, per instance of measurement, and just let that sink in. See, when you say it just that simple, people miss it every time. The truth is, you can explain it all in just that one phrase. Now you should go back and replay what I just said so you remember.
Yeah, I don't.
And see, they just don't remember, even though it's what I just said.
You lost me, dude.
So, by changing the tone and the harmonics, and the speed and the pitch of conversation, you can literally scramble what people are listening to by interjecting multiple layers of frequencies that they can't hear, that just simply increase the pressure. So you can change the pressure of sound and not change the harmonic of the sound.
Now I understand.
And it's within those realms, then don't interrupt me.
Sorry.
It's within those realms of the physical sciences that are relevant to the people in the metal industry and the people in the plastics industry and the people in the paper industry. You know, I'm talking about the industrial base, dude, which is what I took the oath to defend. So fuck all of you. Okay? I'm being straight up. Just fuck all of you. That's the job I remember. Why? Because let me tell you something. If you don't understand that air defense is called full spectrum dominance, you're insane, because that's what it means. And we're pretty good at that. And I'm okay with that. But see, there's a lot of Russians that are good at that. And Ukrainians. And, in other words, the radio corps, it's not a flag. It's an assembly of all flags. So there has to be a unified command. What is it? It's whatever the hell the policymakers say it is. It doesn't affect what I do. I'm just the guy that makes sure they don't break the law using the radio. That's who I've always been. In my soul. But in practice, I'm just my father's son doing what I think's right for my kids. And being kicked in the teeth for doing it. Ain't one thing wrong with the world. Man forgot it's okay for a man to be a man. Woman forgot that it's okay for a woman to be a woman. I say it's just that simple. I say private is private and public's public. Man's words is bond. I don't need nobody to protect nothing belonging to me. I just don't need them to steal from me. And if they do, and if I was born in the Republic of the United States, the sheriff's supposed to go get them. Well, I don't know what the hell to do when the law breaks the law. And I told every one of y'all people, look, man, y'all can run y'all mouth all y'all want, but they're criminal damn sheriff's people. And I know who they are because I grew up around them. And the feds knew that. And they made promises and they broke it. Then you don't really care, you know. You just survive. Move along. Everybody has trauma. Whatever you learn as a soldier, you learn to put your own feelings in your own fucking pocket and go keep moving. Take it out when it matters. Well, if you're the radio, it always matters. Those sounds are vital to the importance of people's perception. So to be able to hear the echoes of the trauma, and you got to understand that I can isolate the waveform of people crying. Well, how many people? I mean, you ever heard all the people in the world cry? How do you describe that to people? Well, we created a tool that lets you visualize it. And that's what you're seeing, pieces of it start to emerge. Because it really be that way. It's absolutely amazingly beautiful. So the ability to populate the three-dimensional vector space with a material substrate that can be reproduced electronically. If you remove the requirements upon the solids and move into the gas and the liquid states for manufacturing, I think you'll find that the reality of the brick and mortar mentality of conventional finance, free of the usury, be the most intelligent design ever created. Not because of me, but because of the history of people that empowered me. Just old school, man. I say it's real. The missing 13th Amendment is a crime against my country. All laws enabled since 1913 are invalid, requiring an Article 5 convention. And I'm okay with believing that. I don't care what nobody else believes. Because, see, that's what it means to be an American. I can believe what I believe. I also refuse to participate into a legal process. See, that's another thing that's going on. No one's going to ask me, the American, to pay the Americans to return what was stolen from me by Americans. It's just not going to happen. Don't you get it? They're going to correct the problems because they're doing it live. They don't have a choice. You can't break your own fucking rules and then turn around and tell somebody else they broke the rules. Fuck you. Go fix your own house and then worry about mine. You motherfuckers, you stole mine. And you had your thugs over here threatening my children, man. I know what I lived through. Don't care what their versions of reality are. Don't. I saw the first example of justice in my life today. Donald Trump fired 9,000 motherfuckers from the Meadows administration because of crime. That's justice. These boys should have already had their money a long time ago, and I ain't gonna let them forget it, because that's just the truth. I ain't trying to hurt none of them. Damn it. The accounting model is flawed. And Uncle Sam's rules are clear. Y'all find stolen shit that belongs to the American people, we'll give you a percentage for giving it back. We took our 10% and we gave it back. The Fed reneged on the deal and lied to POTUS. And they did that under color of law by people in the damn Senate and the Congress, and we can prove it. We already did. Because Donald Trump says, fuck you, you're not going to do the beggars that way, I'm not going to let you. So, Yerba Nicole's law in my soul today became visible on the 17th of June. And for that, I can say thank you to the American people. That's all I know in my soul. I don't have anything else to begrudge anybody. I don't. I say the best thing in the world is to forgive all of them and say, you know what? Put the fucking rocks down and go home, or somebody's gonna blow your brains out. It's just that simple. I mean, if you're gonna be law, then be law. Well, there ain't but one legitimate law in my country. I'm sorry, sir. And that be the sheriff of the county. And the supporting agencies that refuse an order of Signal Corps veteran on the radio under fire. You ain't gonna do that to me. But y'all did. Y'all did it to a lot of them. And y'all mad because I know about it. Where the hell's the damn tear sheets on the boys that didn't come home from behind Iron Curtain? Damn it, I've been asking that question a long time. Because, see, I grew up around Vietnam veterans. I used to wear them bracelets in school. Them pilots that were shot down. I mean, I remember the stories that I was told in the movies I saw. Jeremiah Denton comes to mind. Don't know why that name keeps sticking in my mind. I know there's a video about him. Might want to look that up. He's a prisoner of war. No. That Bat 21 thing. In other words, the American history of the American conflict. Man, we put them all inside a sandbox. You remember when you was a little kid, you had a little green army man?
Yep.
Well, that's all I did. I grew up and built army men inside the computer. And a guy asked me not too long ago, he says, let me ask you a question. Can you put all the Legos in there? Yeah. I said, yeah, I can do it in 91 days. He didn't believe me. Wait a minute. Why do motherfuckers do that? Let me ask you a question. You answer the fucking question, then they don't want the answer you gave them. Why the fuck did you ask the goddamn question if you don't want the answer? I don't get it. I don't think anybody else does either. Cognitive dissonance isn't anything other than reality. There's a lot of dumb, ignorant motherfuckers that can't take yes or no for an answer, and somebody needs to bust them in the head so they understand. No means no. There really are some mean assholes. I mean, you're an animal. Animals eat animals. Well, okay. I'm sorry. I don't want cannibals in my house. I don't want vampires in my house, and thieves, and liars, and rapists, and all this other negative shit. I don't want none of the people around me. But you know what? If I look in my history, they all there. If you look in your history, they all there. So I don't know what the hell human beings doing. Because that'd be the truth. Well, God, I don't know what to think about that. Well, see, that's the thing. You think people don't know? We all human. That's it. It's just that simple. They don't get it, man. Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Huh?
I just seen this. It's nothing.
Anyway, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to talk a little bit about what I'm
No,
thinking
it's good.
here.
It's all good. I just love I seen this GIF and that's